To Iran now, where Iran's chief of staff has ordered a full investigation into what caused that deadly crash that killed the Iranian President Ebrahim Raisi and several other government officials on Sunday.
Search and rescue teams found the remains this morning after combing through the area for hours. The helicopter went down on Sunday morning in the mountainous northwestern part of the country.
Search crews scoured the region through dense fog looking for the wreckage site. They found debris scattered throughout the area. You're looking at some footage now. Let's bring in CBS News senior foreign correspondent Charlie D'Agata. He's in London for us. Charlie, apparently 3 helicopters were in this group here. 2 of them made it safely. What do we know about the one apparently carrying the foreign minister and the president that did not make it through?
Yeah, so, Tony, I was just looking at that footage as well. I can tell you what we do know. It was a Bell helicopter thought to be purchased in the early 2000s, carrying the president and the foreign minister. We understand it crashed in fog. It was killed all 8 people on board. Now, state TV did not give any immediate cause for the crash. You're looking at the footage there. It happened in Iran's East Azerbaijan region. Footage shows the crash site. It was, as you said, a mountainous valley across a deep valley. The Turkish transport minister, sort of in that region, said the helicopter either didn't have the signal system turned on or it wasn't equipped. Iran's former foreign minister blamed the United States and its sanctions for a shortage of parts and therefore the kind of safety checks that should have been afforded top Iranian figures.
Charlie, what happens now? Iran's cabinet has said that they'll continue working without disruptions. What's next?
Well, Lily, of course, that is going to be the message out of Iran, whether that's the case or not. They want to express that this is not a crisis. And remember, the country is ultimately ruled by Iran's supreme leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, who has called for 5 days of mourning. In the meantime, the vice president will take over as an interim until a successor is chosen. There's already a noticeable presence of an uptick in security there. There will be a lot of people in Iran who will be quietly celebrating today. There's not likely to be an outpouring of emotion unless that's orchestrated by the regime. But technically, under the Islamic Republic's constitution, a new president election will be held within 50 days, but they have to be vetted by the regime. So it's a good guess that one hardliner will likely be replaced by another hardliner.
Well, then, Charlie, you're edging into my next question here, which is the implications for the wider Middle East. There was some talk about Ebrahim Raisi being a successor to the Ayatollah there, could be the supreme leader in the future of Iran. I guess another hardliner is going to take his place, but what does it mean for the many militias funded by Iran? What does it mean for Israel? What does it mean for U.S. interests in the region? Do we have any beat on that yet?
Yeah, well, exactly, Tony. There's a lot going on. It's going to be hard to tell, at least in the immediate future. Iran has been driving conflicts, as you said, against Israel, blamed for supporting Hamas and Hezbollah and instigating the attacks of October 7th. Israel has been attacked by Iran, striking that consulate in Syria. Iran has counterattacked in a massive attack that you'll remember the U.S. was involved in defending. They've been supporting Houthi rebels who have gone directly on the attack, or at least tried to, against U.S. military assets in the Red Sea. So, through its proxies, Iran is very much a country at war. And there are all kinds of internal issues. We'd seen the crackdown against protests in Iran. And this 63-year-old president was known as the Butcher of Tehran, who drove that. So he was the likely, as you said, if not guaranteed successor to the Ayatollah, who's in his 80s. He's suffering from ill health. So there might be a succession crisis in the short term, but the Ayatollah ultimately wields power.
Wow. Charlie D'Agata for us. Charlie, thank you very much.
Thanks.